Judge. Dredd may be the law, but I am the judge. Now I know what you're thinking. Judge, you've already played Dredd Pinball. In fact, I'm going to put a link up here. That's me playing it on the Pinball Arcade, where I go into a lot of details about the rule set, all the different parameters of the actual game itself. So, what's this video about? Well, I recently had an opportunity to try real Judge Dredd Pinball, the actual physical hardware. So let's check it out. So here it is, the Judge Dredd pinball machine. In reality, the playfield is not as busy as you might think. The ramps and rails are logically laid out, and even the back of the playfield is not as crowded as it appears in pictures. Yeah, I really like the look of this cabinet. On this particular unit, the Eagle of Justice topper sits proudly, surveying the area for perks, with Dredd himself below on the impressive back glass. The playfield might appear like a gaudy mess in photos or even in the Pinball Arcade. However, standing before it now, I can testify the color scheme nicely informs the eye of various goals and objectives that will come up when the ball is in play. The use of reds and golds nicely conveys a feeling of reading the pages of 2000 AD on this playfield. The sides depict Dredd riding his Lawnmaster. And there he is, dispensing justice with his lawgiver in hand and a snarled grimace of determination. At the front, we have a number of buttons for starting a standard or super game. And on the other side is an extra ball button, if you want to buy in for another ball instead of going to replay mode. Round the side here are the flipper and launch buttons. Now that's the first thing you'll notice playing this real hardware. There is no plunging. You might fumble around like a cowardly perp under his first interrogation as you try to figure out how you start the game. But an observant judge as myself will bring your attention to the directions in the bottom right corner of the machine.
Lawmaster computer online. Welcome aboard. Use fire button to launch ball.
To launch the ball, follow the sign. You might mistakenly reach for the flipper button. It's a rookie mistake, but listen to the dispatcher. She is directing you to the fire button, which has the red indicator. That will actually begin our game. Now that we're in and playing, I will say, compared to the Pinball Arcade, real Judge Dredd Pinball seems slower. That's not a bad thing, and it might actually be due to your viewing distance and the Pinball Arcade being locked. When you can see the ball physically rolling around in front of you here on the real machine, it does appear slower. On the subject of seeing the ball, anytime it rolls to the rear of the playfield in behind Dead World, it's very hard to see back there.
Get the extra ball! 18 years for assault. Life for cannibalism. terrorism.
When the lights are flashing on the police cruisers, you would think they'd be too distracting and catch you off guard. Fortunately, I can report they only act as a guide if you were to aim your shots. The interference is minimal. In this particular unit, I noticed the missile launch lane automatically kicks out the ball far more frequently than in the Pinball Arcade. This is actually normal, but for anyone who's only played the digital version, it is likely to cause some confusion since the Pinball Arcade more easily grants you the Air Raid Award, which then allows you to fire the missile using the left fire button.
Get the extra ball. 18 years for assault.
Another difference between the Pinball Arcade and the genuine article is that if the ball bounces against the pursuit vehicle ramp, it tends to drain down the center. Now, the designers of Pinball Arcade have kindly caused the ball to veer slightly to the right to avoid you experiencing a direct central drain. On this machine, however, you'll have to suck it up, rookie. It happens.
Life or terrorism. Dredd to control. I'm in pursuit of a stolen vehicle.
Oh, and one interesting quirk on real hardware here is I've noticed several times the ball bouncing up in the air. It's almost as if the ball is a perp trying to escape the arm of the law. Ha! The futility of the criminal mind.
"85 years for treason."
Suspicious character reported at Eugene Block.
Dimensional phase 1. Dimensional phase 2. Judge Morgan.
Brain shield
Judge Morgan. Contain.
jackpot is lit.
Judge Fire.
And of course, no game can be complete without an appearance by Judge Death. The multi-ball mode is actually a lot harder to keep track of. With so much happening in front of you, those big silver pellets can easily be mistaken for part of the background. But this challenge is a true test of any street judge's observation skills.
Rock.
I will be.
Life or terrorism.
The final item that strikes me about the real pinball machine compared to the digital version is just how high those lane walls are. Look at the height of these things. Clearly the same people who designed our impenetrable ISO cubes must have had a hand in building these dividers. But enough about the drains. Let's keep the ball away from there. My mission is complete. That's the pinball game. what's my final verdict on actual Judge Dredd pinball hardware? It's a great machine. I mean, it's very, very attractive to the eye, and that playfield, again, although it looks a little crazy in snapshots or in the Pinball Arcade reproduction, the actual original machine is actually very attractive to the eye. I like the indicators. I think it's a really, really stellar addition to any pinball collection. If you've got the room, if you've got the ability to own an actual pinball machine, make Dredd Pinball part of your collection. Now, as I mentioned before, the game does run a little slower, or it feels a little more careful than it does in the digital recreation that Farsight did for the Pinball Arcade. But overall, it's a stellar machine. Absolutely, you must buy it. That's pretty much all I can say in this review. Again, I've already talked about how I've gone into the rule set of the actual game, so check out that video if you want more details. And until next time, stay out of trouble.